From Studio A in North Myrtle Beach, it's time for Old Farts and Tall Tales with Lenny D and Roger T, sharing digital mischief from the bright side of the road. Laugh with us, laugh at us, but laugh.
In today's episode, we'll talk about Lenny's Old Fart Challenge diet, Old Fart's cookbook, Roger's book launch, and we're going to Barefoot Breeze Resort. And here we go.
Hey, good morning, everyone, and here we go. Welcome to Old Farts and Tall Tales and the bright side of the road. And I'm Roger T, and with me is the man who can write a novel, and he writes good novels too. It's Lenny D.
Hi guys, how you doing? Hey Raj, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, except last couple of days I found my keys and I had put them in the refrigerator and put the butter in the car. And I can't remember what I'm doing. Okay, Lenny.
I almost put the house on fire. I got this problem when I'm cooking, and I'm always cooking.
Yes.
And I forget to turn off the oven, or I turn off the boiler, right? Whatever, anything. And it's gotten so bad that Barbara now has stickies all over the place.
Oh, wow.
Don't forget to shut the oven. Don't forget to turn off the gas. Don't forget to do this. Don't forget to get that.
Keep the stickies away from the oven, or they'll go on fire.
Well, I did go on fire. I had a frying pan. I was heating up to make something, and I got carried away doing something else, and it got kind of hot. And when I went to put the oil in, they always say, hot pan, cold oil, food don't stick or something.
Yes.
Well, let me tell you. So when I put the oil in there, it didn't stick. It blew up. I mean, the flames were like up to here.
Absolutely. And one of the things I know, two ways of dealing with that, by the way, is Barbara. You know Barbara.
Yeah, I know Barbara.
Yeah, okay.
We have a Barbara. You have a Barbara. You're talking your
Barbara. Barbara. Okay.
Barbara,
yeah. And anyway, she keeps a thing of salt, salt, put on the food right there.
Yes.
You can take a lot of that and spread it on there. Or another way, when I saw this on TV, I saw an actual fire on the news.
Right.
And the broadcaster said that fire chief said, go out and get a fire blanket. That's what I did right away. I went right over to one of the stores and bought what they call a fire blanket.
Right.
And what it does is you pull it out of the closet, pull it apart like this, and you put it over the top of the frying pan. And it smothers the fire.
After that episode, Michelle, my daughter, bought me two. I had one right up by the stove.
Okay.
It's not out in a closet. It's hanging off the cabinet, so I can just grab it. And the other one is outside where the barbecue grill is, because she says she's going to burn everybody down.
She's a bright woman, In fact, after she was on episode 3, the pills episode,
right.
People wanted to replace you with her. I'm just kidding.
Promises.
Okay. So anyway, the issue is, what do I do to correct the situation, Len, where I'm putting things in the wrong spot? I was tracking somebody else by mistake the other night because their wallet had one of those trackers in it and hooked up with my iPhone. I bet a lot of people don't know about that, huh?
I have the tracker. I think that was it.
I don't know. It's absolutely crazy.
I have a tracker. I was losing my keys.
Right.
And as a matter of fact, remember, I couldn't find my keys.
Yes.
And it turned out after 3 or 5 days, we found them in between your seats in the car.
Yes,
right?
And remember that you couldn't find the key to your trunk one time when you had the golf clubs?
Yep.
That I remember.
So now I have a air tag on my keys.
Yes.
Yeah. So here's the air tag, but
right.
in case you don't have it. It's an air tag.
Right.
And you can find your keys,
right.
even if they're in Madrid.
Yeah.
or Mexico.
Yeah.
So I got that. I got that in my wallet.
Right.
I got it on my suitcases.
I've been misplacing my glasses because I'm wearing them and I'm looking all over for the glasses. And, But anyway, what else is going on? Anything?
Yeah, I went to, I had Easter at our
Yes.
house, right?
Yes.
And I made his ham. This is another thing.
Yeah.
I made a spiral ham.
I bet it was great. You're
It
a
was
great
great.
cook.
It was great.
You're a great cook.
And I had 6 people, and I bought 11.5-pound ham.
Yes.
That's enough for 20-something people.
Yes.
Right? But I figured, it was on sale, decent price. And
Yes.
I said, what the hell? I'm not going to be cheap, I'll just let them take something home. So I cut most of the ham off, and had it on a big platter. And, everybody was eating everything. At the end of the night, I says, everybody's got to take some ham home because, it's too much for me, right? So I made a little, I got some aluminum foil and took some of the ham, right? And it still looked like I had plenty of it on the bone, still enough. And I sent everybody home. And then Barbara says she's going to sleep. And I said, okay. And I start to cut the rest of the ham. There was almost nothing left. It was all pieces because I gave away all the good stuff, So next day she says, where's the ham? And I says, yeah, this little bag. She says, what happened? I says, I miscalculated. I gave it all away.
Well, sometimes that's a good thing too, because you just don't have all that leftover food. The only time I like the leftover food, really, I'm not kidding now, is after Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
And at that time I was observing and I wasn't eating meat on Friday, and we didn't have the dispensation when I was a young kid. And when my mother was out of the house and my father was at work, I would sneak into the refrigerator, bless myself, and take a lot of stuffing out of the turkey and rip off a piece. And
we all did that.
Really, seriously, the day after Thanksgiving, for some reason, always comes out to be Friday. Do you know why?
Thursday is Thanksgiving. It's always on a Thursday. Next day is going to be a Friday.
I never thought about that. I'm telling
You're
you,
the teacher,
it's
man.
a good thing. It's a good thing you're here today. Okay,
It falls on a Friday.
It's been a Friday, and so I've been looking at the paper. A lot of things going on in North Myrtle Beach, rather, and looks like the beach. What
Replenishment.
Replenishment is did well,
Yeah.
And it's still hard to fight Mother Nature, isn't it?
Well, now they're building up those dunes.
Yes,
Dunes.
yes,
I mean,
dunes.
they're really high now. You can't even see the water.
Right. So tear the dune down because it ruins our view of the
Our view of the ocean.
tear that baby down. Okay, so anything else? Yeah, I've been reading about security.
Yeah.
That's the big thing these days, right? Securing your house, your bank account, and everything. And I don't want to mention the company, but I pay $250 a year to this company to monitor my credit,
Right.
turn my credit on, turn my credit off, and everything. And they got attacked.
So much for that.
So I'm going to another company that's monitoring. Okay, but what's going on here? You got the bank. They've been attacked. And you got all these people all these hackers coming
That's
in.
all they do. They're hacking.
Yeah.
It's like the the war. You make a tank, and then you got a bullet that goes through the tank, and you make a bigger tank and a bigger bullet and stuff like that.
Yeah, and another one of my complaints, and I don't mean this as a complaint. I'm bringing this up because other seniors may be experiencing the same thing. Okay, but the other day I spent about 20 minutes trying to get into the bank. I'm at their website. Trying to do my banking because they really don't want to talk to you on the phone.
Right.
And there's hardly anybody at the bank anymore. So I try to do it all on the phone, on the computer. So I'm there typing away and, oh my God, I must have the wrong password. It's not coming up. Finally, I threw my hands up and I called the telephone number for the bank. And the lady answers the phone and tells me that the website has been down for the last hour.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I spent a half an hour trying to figure out what I was doing wrong and how could I fix it, Yeah.
It's an age thing, right? I'm going on vacation in November, right?
Another vacation? Didn't you just come?
Oh, yeah, that's a different one. This is a cruise. I'm going on a cruise, right? So,
okay.
our passports were expiring. and you have to have a passport that's got at least 6 months after you leave. So we had to get a new passport.
Yes.
Right. And meanwhile, I had already booked the ocean cruise, and I booked the flight. Actually, I switched the flight from going to Mexico to Tampa. So the passports finally come, and I said, okay, now I got to remember to put this information into the cruise and the airline. And I start to go in. I'm getting them at 5 o'clock in the morning. So at 5 o'clock in the morning, I said, let me get it in now before, and I couldn't find out how to get the passport information into the cruise, website.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, every time I hit, identification, they came back and told me all about having to have a passport and all this other stuff, but nobody said how you put it in.
Yeah.
There was nothing to click on, and a form, and you type in the information, right? I tried to call, and they were closed,
Right.
I must have worked an hour on it, right? So finally I said, okay, hell with that. So now I go to the airline, and I'm trying to do the same thing, right?
Yes.
And I had the same problem, same problem. Can't get it in. Again, another hour. I spent 2 hours, and then finally said, that's it. I'm going to relax, calm down, Lenny, do some exercises, yoga, whatever, get my mind before I have a heart attack. So I call up the cruise company. Finally, they open up like 8 o'clock. And I call up, and the nice woman gets on the phone, and says, I'm having this problem. I'm going on a cruise. I'm trying to get put in my passport information.
Right.
She says, when are you going on a cruise? And I says, we're leaving on November 1st. And she says, well, you can't put it in for 45 days before the cruise, and it'll come up.
I'm telling you, that was similar to the answer I got for the bank. Listen to this. You got more?
Yeah. And now I call the airline.
Oh, no.
Yeah, because I'm the same problem. Woman gets on, she's really nice. And I says, I can't get my information in to get in my passport. She says, where are you going? And I said, we're going to Tampa. And she says, you don't need a passport, it's domestic. But you know what it is? For the last 10 years, I haven't flown domestically. I always go every year.
Yeah.
And I'm always putting the information in the passport.
It's good to have your passport, though, because when you're out of the country, you never know when you're going to wind up in Argentina or,
Right. I had a guy who, I worked for the airlines. You had to go up and just before the flight took off, you had to give documents up to the captain.
Yes.
And one time I went up there, and I'm trying to get, the purser. I had this bag. And it was taking a long time, and they're starting to shut the door.
Yes.
And I started to get out. I found, wait. Right? And so I met one of the security officers that also goes on that plane. And he opens up, he says, always carry your passport, because once they tell you you're gone, they ain't letting you off.
That's exactly. That's what happened to a lot of those people who had COVID.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody had to stay on the ship.
Yeah.
And the ship had to stay out so many.
Right.
Yeah. Well, the one I get. Here's the one I got the other day. It's. Let's see. What was it? Oh, here it is. I wrote it down. Your password's wrong.
Right.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Well, I guess, but reset your password. New password rejected. Now you can't get into the bank account because you're only allowed three times, and it locks 3 times, and it locks down. So, so it says try your previous password. Well, when I put the new password in, the old password disappeared.
Well, it says if you try to put the same, it says you can't use a password you already used.
Yes.
So you're in a limbo.
Yeah. So anyway, from now on, when I do the password, I'm going to write down in that little thing where it says notes, my old password, the password I'm going to get rid of, and then put a new one in. But here's the big thing. If I use one of those special passwords that they give you,
forget about it. You never.
You can't copy it. It always cuts off.
Yeah, it's too long.
It's too long. Yeah. And how I can't even duplicate some of that stuff on my computer. So anyway, I mean, problems, but these are day-to-day problems. That I encounter. I think one of the worst problems that I don't want to get into all my problems, but
I think we got Angelo's waving to me.
Oh, go ahead, Angelo.
Okay, it's going to be a commercial. So talk to you later.
Gentlemen, we have a commercial. Life is hard. People ignore you. No one offers you the last donut. Well, boo-hoo, baby not anymore. Introducing the Simpacast, the totally fake, completely believable arm cast designed to get you the attention you deserve.
Before Simpacast, I carried my own groceries, like an animal.
Oh no, what happened?
Jet ski avalanche, charity wrestling accidents.
No one will question it. With our patented mildly heroic injury technology, you'll get free help carrying stuff, front-of-the-line sympathy, extra snacks from coworkers, and at least 3 oh my gosh, are you okay?
I wore my Simpacast for one day, and my mother-in-law said I was brave. That's never happened.
Choose from multiple styles, Weekend Warrior Wrist Wrap, Softball Legend Sling, and our bestseller, Mysterious but Attractive Shoulder Injury. Careful side effects may include excessive attention, awkward follow-up questions, and being asked to help move furniture anyway. Simpacast not responsible for actual medical advice, sudden exposure during swimming, or that one friend who doesn't believe anything. So stop being ignored and start being adored. Get your Simpacast today. Fake the break. Feel the love.
Yeah.
Okay, and so let's talk about the problem that I had before that I told you about putting the keys in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
Okay. I did find them when I went through the refrigerator. It was the last thing, and my wife's helpful about that, well, maybe she's not. I don't know. But anyway, I find this, and I got this little slogan. I don't know where I got it from, but I forget the things I want to remember, and I remember the things I want to forget. Okay?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely.
And one of the things I wanted to forget, and I keep remembering it, is when I was catheterized. Did I ever tell you that story, Lenny?
No.
It's. I came out of the hospital. I had to be catheterized. Folks, if you don't know what catheterization is, take a minute out now and ask Siri on your phone. Okay. But anyway, there I am 2 days later, laying in bed, with my leg hanging out, because they give you this big bag when you go home,
Mm-hmm.
They put you in a wheelchair, send home. They don't tell you how to care for it. They don't tell you anything, just don't get an infection, they say.
Right.
Okay. So anyway, we just got this little puppy. New dog, really nice. That was Ula. Remember Ula?
Okay. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, Ula. And Ula bit a hole in the bag.
Oh.
I saw it. I said, oh my God. I grabbed the bag. I'm holding it up like this. And I run into the shower.
Right.
Okay. Then I have to duck out again to get the telephone. Okay.
Right.
And I couldn't find my cell phone, so I'm using the house phone,
Uh-huh.
the thing. And I'm back in the shower again, standing there. And I'm calling and calling. Finally, Barbara answers the phone. She's downtown shopping.
Right.
I said, Barbara, I got a real problem here. Okay. You gotta find someplace that has a catheter bag.
You tell her this?
Yeah.
Okay.
She drives up at that time there was a pharmaceutical store up in, I don't know if it's still there.
On Little River, on the right hand
Yeah.
side, little guy? Yeah,
Yeah.
he's still there.
Okay, and sure enough, he had one. Okay, I mean, it was a lifesaver.
Yeah.
Okay, it was a lifesaver, because I'm walking around pinching a hose,
Yeah.
and what are you going to do? But that's one of the interesting things about that. So I have to ask you something else. We have to come up with some idea to get some. Listen. Sometimes you're not feeling well
Right.
inside.
Yeah.
And people come up and say to you, boy, you're looking really good.
Yeah. it's like you're looking great
Right.
for 90.
Yeah, I know. I'm only 55. So you're looking good. Okay.
Make
And
you feel good.
yeah, and I wish there was some way I could do you have any ideas how we could convey that to people?
Not to tell us how bad we look.
No, to get some sympathy from people. I get some when I walk with the cane.
Okay.
The young women, they open the door for me. Here you go.
We got a commercial coming up.
Oh, really?
Actually, we had the commercial already. That was the first commercial. Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention.
No, that's the Simplecast.
Oh, the
Simplecast, man.
the Simplecast?
Simplecast.
Oh, I missed out on that.
Everybody else heard it.
I know.
It was a good one.
Speaking of squirrels, what was I doing? Oh, you know what? I was preoccupied with the squirrels.
That's it.
They eating a hole in my house.
I heard, yeah.
Yeah. They're flying squirrels. Okay. They're eating a hole in my house. Yeah. And the guy said he doesn't want to close. I had the roofer come and he says he doesn't want to close up the hole until he knows there are no more squirrels. Because he said if you get a squirrel in the house and they die, you got to rip the wall apart to find them.
Yeah. And you've got the smell can kill you.
Oh, yeah. We had that at an office that I worked at. They came in with this meter or something like that, running up and down the wall, and so they had to cut a hole in that wall. So squirrels are bad around here.
There's a lot of they eat. Where I am,
Yeah.
in the condos. Some of the guys have to put this wire mesh underneath the cars because they're eating the wires in the cars. They go in, especially in the winter, they go in there and make a nest in the engine, and they start eating all this stuff. And one guy, it cost him over $1,200 to fix it.
Yeah, apparently there's two basic squirrels that we have, and now there's some kind of third squirrel showing up. I don't know what that squirrel is. A mask?
The mask.
A mask?
They look like
they're starting
black and it's got the white around the eyes.
And I asked how come, and they said that's because of the housing developments. They're driving them out.
Yeah.
Could I ask a question without getting off script here?
Sure.
What's the sugar-free ketchup for?
Okay, this is diet. My diet.
Oh yeah, we forgot to talk about that.
Let's talk about the diet.
Congratulations,
Thank
by
you.
the way. You made the new.
I got
the
down
new
to
weight.
New weight's 182.
That's wonderful.
And that was with Easter because
Yeah.
to be honest with you, I kind of went off. I had this one of guest brought his cake. It was a carrot cheesecake. Oh my God, it was so good. I had a one piece, man. That was it. But when we talk about the diet, there are a couple of things. I talk about like with the cutlets that I made the last time with the chicken cutlets and stuff. Something you want to have something on it. I put lemon, but also I put I told you I put ketchup on it, and I couldn't remember the name. So this is the ketchup that we use.
Okay, we don't get any money or anything for
No,
this.
I paid top dollar for this stuff.
Yeah, no, but I'm really saying it's not a sponsor or anything. We're
called
pushing it.
GU's original recipe sugar-free ketchup. They make some for they make ketchup and they make barbecue sauces and stuff like that. But the ketchup has 1 carb versus 5 with a regular one. So it's really good. So I recommend it for you doing it.
Yeah.
So I lost some weight. I'm staying on it.
Yeah. Congratulations. 182. It takes a lot of determination to stay on it, and it's important too. Now, do we have another commercial coming up soon?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to start my story.
Okay. No. Let me finish up talking about my diet. Okay.
Yeah.
A couple of recipes again. You can make a chicken cordon bleu, right?
Right.
And that works because what you do is you take a chicken breast, you halfway slice it down, and then you butterfly it, put it under a wax paper on the top or on the bottom, or it's hard to get wax paper nowadays. I found you can use
petroleum
plastic wrap or something like that, and one on the bottom, one on the top. Pound it, a little thinner. It's still going to be thick. It's not going to be like a chicken cutlet.
Right.
And then what you do is you put a slice of ham, and then a slice of Swiss cheese, and nothing there is, carbs. And you roll it up, put a toothpick in so you have a little roll, And then what you do is you bread it, but you don't bread it in breadcrumbs. Again, you bread it with the crushed. I always forget fried skins of the. What am I talking about? That's crushed
Tomato skin.
No, the pork rinds.
Oh,
the
yeah.
crushed pork rinds.
Yeah.
And then you put it in the oven for what, 40 minutes, something like that, until you get it done. But it's really good.
I'd be up all night.
Yeah, well, and there's another thing I make is a chicken kebab with the recipe here somewhere. Chicken kebabs, and what you do is it's weak chicken, and you get some breast of chicken or like the thighs.
Yeah.
And you cube them, make them cubes. And then you use some fresh lemon juice, a little olive oil, some cloves, garlic cloves,
Yeah.
minced. Sweet paprika, use basil, oregano, thyme, a little sea salt, pepper. Put it in a bowl,
Yeah.
Whisk it up.
Right.
Put the thighs, the cut pieces in there, and put it in a bag and keep it there for about a couple hours up to overnight or something. And then put them on the skewers. Now that's right there. You will not have any carbs, so that's good. But you can also add some peppers or onions and stuff like that.
Well, not every diet or thing that you talk about. It's got to be
no.
a weight diet. You know,
and I see it.
Yeah.
But I'm just giving you recipes that
Yes.
work. This is not a weight. This is not necessarily weight diet, but this particular item. But
yes,
it works for me when you're doing it. So
yeah.
Those are a couple of things I like to tell you.
Well, here's a question that I don't understand because you keep telling me no, but I really think we should have an Old Farts and Tall Tales cookbook. It would sell, and you keep telling me, well, we got to have pictures, Well, no, I don't think we always have to have pictures, and we could put out, one or two pictures. I've been able to get them into my book. They won't be in color.
That's the problem. They're not color. So
yeah, but anyway, the fans, if we put one out
before we do it, the fans have to come back to us and let me know that there's a market. Because
okay, it takes a lot of work.
Yeah, I'm not going to put out a book that nobody's going to buy.
No, I wasn't asking you just do it. We do it together. But
Okay,
on the other hand, because I have a couple of my own recipes I want to put in there. Hey, did I tell you the other night? I made that spaghetti, and I had the rigatoni. I just love rigatoni, and I made the whole thing, and it was delicious. Reminded me of my college days when I didn't have very much money, but I had a jar of ragu and a whole bunch of lettuce, and I would get through doing it. And so I offered. I'm going to say this really quiet. I offered to cook dinner the other night, okay, and it didn't go over well. I'm good on hamburgers. I really, I can do a good lamb chop, okay, and we'll get into that in a minute. But my spaghetti and meatballs, and listen, the reason I used the ragu was I got one of those ragu 2 meals jars, and I didn't want to defrost the Barbara's great tomato sauce and use it on one of my college recipes. But I think that we should put out a small cookbook called The Old Farts and Tall Tales, and if we make any money on it, we'll find a worthy play other than the Roger Quinn charity. No, we'll find a worthy person or charity that it should go to.
Okay. But
let's think about it.
Everybody, the website, give them the website again.
Yeah, it's
The email.
yeah, it's Old Farts Podcast at gmail.com.
Yeah, and if we get some, people, we'll do it. But I'm not going to just do it for nothing.
Right.
Not for nothing. I'm not talking about that.
The time that goes into it.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, did I tell you I launched my book?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where's the copy?
It's around here someplace. I don't know. But you see it?
I saw it behind you.
Is it?
It was.
There it is.
Yeah, show it to everybody. Man.
Yeah, well, this is the
proof copy.
The proof copy, but That's my book.
Hopefully they can see it. It looks right on there, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe backwards.
It looks like Berdu.do.
If it's backwards,
Yeah.
see, this is the first one we're really doing.
This is our pilot.
This is our pilot for
Yeah, this is our pilot.
yeah,
so
for,
we want to have a little fun
for
doing
YouTube. So we're not sure which way the
it.
camera's
Going. But anyway, this is the book. Yeah, and it's a nice. It caused me a lot of stress. Okay, but it's. I think it'll be fun. I'm not going to tell you what it's about, but you can look it up on Amazon and pre-order the book. And listen, here's the thing about when you read a book, write a review. There's no such thing as a bad review, and of all people, I should know that. Okay, it's how many reviews you get. Okay, if you don't get any reviews and people, they come up to you at a cocktail party, half bag, and say, I read your book or I liked your book, maybe they looked at the cover or something. But no one writes, people just don't write reviews these days. Why? What is it?
I think everything's too fast. Everybody's in a rush.
Right. Well, so anyway, here's what I did, because Lenny's right. So I have 4 versions of my book out. Okay. All right. The first version is the Kindle. Okay. And the cover's different on that because a lot of people can't tell when they're ordering the book, they hit the wrong thing. So for the Kindle edition, I have a little different cover. It just says the title and the name. This one here looks very relaxing because that's what I wanted it to be. And this is the paperback. Now, we also have an audio version, okay? And then I have what they call a condensed version. Now, I got the idea from Reader's Digest and from, Lenny he said it spontaneously. So it's only 50 words. Costs the same amount of money. But you get the idea and it's got a couple of pictures too. But it's 50 words. And it cost me a lot. I have to pay the same amount that I would for a 350-page book to put the 50 word out.
It's a flash fiction.
Yeah, it's what called flash fiction. And the title of the book, I put it down. It's still lists, but the subtitle is Ertner. That's the first paragraph. So, okay, but anyway, we got that out of the way, Lenny.
We got a commercial coming up again.
Okay.
All right, guys. Here comes the.
It's after midnight in Fairden, South Carolina. The bars are closing, the porch lights are on, and somebody's probably arguing about who forgot to pay the property taxes again.
Man, my wife says we need a bigger house.
Why?
So she can put me in a bedroom farther away.
Sounds like you need Fairden Realty.
They help folks buy houses.
Buy 'em, sell 'em, upgrade 'em, downgrade 'em, or find a place with enough yards so the neighbors can't hear you arguing on the porch at midnight.
Do they have houses with big garages?
Sure do.
Good. Somewhere to hide my fishing gear receipts.
At Fairden Realty, our agents know every property in town, the good ones,
and the ones where the hot tub has seen some things.
Whether you're looking for a cozy little bungalow,
a place big enough for your boat,
or a house with blinds thick enough so the neighbors can't see your Saturday night mistakes,
Fairden Realty will hook you up. Fairden Realty, selling homes in Fairden faster than rumors spread at the Waffle House after midnight.
And that's fast.
Fairden Realty, helping people find the perfect house.
And occasionally one with a shower big enough for 2.
Fairden Realty, your one-stop home shopping network.
Hey guys, we're back.
We're back, so be on guard.
Yeah, so that was the Realtor commercial there.
Speaking of realtors, what's going on down in Fairden? Bruce called me the other day. He said he wants to go back on the road.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He said he's tired of being in a house now. They got a nice house there in Fairden.
Yeah, it's a nice community.
He said he's got Charles Garreau. So remember that luxury home he had
Yeah,
rebuilt and everything that belonged to Charles Garreau? And he's been keeping it out in Branson, Missouri. He said he was on his way to Branson to get it. He wants to go on the road.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, let's send him out.
Yeah. I would like him to go back now that we're going to be a video. I'd like him to go back and do some parks with us.
Okay.
You know, pull in he can live in the van, in the luxury home if he wants, you know. So, and yeah. But I'd like Bruce to come back. So, and the racetrack, how's that coming?
It's coming. We still have time more. You know.
Yeah.
We got to get going.
I
think, I have to put a deadline on it. Let's see.
Right.
June 1st, I think.
And we've been out this week. We did a mobile.
Yep.
We tried practicing a mobile, and it worked out very well. Yep. So we can. And it's a mobile setup. We just didn't use the telephones. We used the iPhones rather. We used a mobile setup. And tell them a little bit about what our plan is, and we're definitely going to do it. So
the plan to go to the senior living house?
Yes.
Yeah. That's in May. We're going to go to senior living, do a remote over there. That's going to be good. It's over here in Little River on Route 9.
Yeah. Hidden Lakes.
Was that?
I think it's called Hidden Lakes, right? And we're going to the independent living facility there.
Well, I think it's something else, but okay.
Okay.
We'll let you know.
Okay. Maybe we've been going to the wrong place.
We've done that before. Maybe that's why you didn't.
Well, we're here to do the mobile.
Yeah, okay, right. I'll give you a mobile. Where do you want it?
Yeah. So, yeah, we're going over there, and we'll be there, and we're going to do a mobile broadcast from that facility, and we're also going to invite some other people there who have expressed an interest to bring their computers down, and we're going to show people how to
do a podcast by themselves.
Yeah, on their regular
computer.
You won't look as cool as us, but on the other,
you don't have all the microphone and the
lights. Do you like this new light? We didn't use this light before. Look at it right there.
I don't know if I like it or not.
I do. Okay. So anything else, Len, that we haven't covered? That
talking about houses and stuff.
Yeah.
My toilet,
Again?
Well, in case you guys don't know, but about 2 or 3 years now, I've had a problem. There's one toilet in the upstairs, the extra bedroom, and I'm on the top floor of a 2-story condos, and my neighbor keeps getting water in his, and it turns out from my toilet. So we had it fixed like 4 times, and so the other day I'm pulling in parking. He's out. He goes walking. I'm get up at 4 o'clock, and I'm doing my books and stuff. And I see him walking. He usually gets around 5, and he goes walking to the walk and comes back. So but I didn't see him that morning. So I went out and had to pick up something. I don't know what it was. But I'm backing in the car, and I see him walking out of the house, and he's standing there at the back where my car's backing in. It was right in front of the house. And I'm going, oh no. Why is he standing?
Was he carrying a bucket?
No, he just has this look. I get out of the car, and he says, Lenny, bad news. It's leaking again. And I go, oh, damn.
Yeah.
And he says, April Fool's Day.
Oh, my gosh.
He got me. He really got me.
No,
I
God.
said, you got me because you just stood there. Like I said, oh, God. I'm thinking that's what he's there for.
Absolutely.
So that was a good laugh. But,
it's a good laugh, huh?
I'm sorry. It's still there. I think it's... Hang on, Raj.
You hit that thing. It goes right through me. Hey, speaking of April Fools, that was no joke on the Artemis, huh? Going around, they couldn't use the toilet or couldn't. Yeah.
Toilet paper or something?
I don't know what kind of. I'm hesitant to mention that.
We won't mention names.
We can't mention names here, but
it's a heavy duty toilet paper. It's maybe too soft.
Yeah.
too fluffy.
Yeah, we had lunch with somebody yesterday was telling us about that too, you know. But the other kind that Len recommends has got splinters in it because we get it.
It comes from Denmark.
It comes from Denmark, right? But did I tell you I got a pair of socks that are made out of bamboo?
I heard about
They
those.
strip the bamboo
Yeah,
very, very fun. They're very cool, very nice.
Yeah.
Except Barbara doesn't like me to wear them with a suit, you know?
They're white.
Yeah, yes, they are. So anything else going on?
Not that what am I thinking? I'm thinking.
We talked about the squirrels.
We talked about the squirrels. We talked about the diet. I talked about even my ovens problems. Right. I talked about my baked ham.
Yeah.
Talking about forgetting stuff.
We did a nice job. I want to tell you about the lunch. We every Tuesday we try to go out to lunch, or I try to go out to lunch with the guys. Lenny's usually busy writing a new book. How many are you putting out this year, Len? 12?
This year?
Yeah. 12 books?
No, this year's 3.
3 books? Okay. I think I'm going to do a Christmas book. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did this. I did a little poem last year about, it was Christmas Day, and a kid runs in the house and he said, "Dad, somebody ran over the puppy." And the father looks at the kid and he says, "I never liked that dog anyway."
That's a happy one.
Yeah. So, but I'm not going to write that kind of Christmas thing. We're gonna do that. So, and the other thing was that we wanted to talk about is, folks, you got to get out of the house now. I know you've been in there because we had 7 inches of snow. I got the snow shovel. I think we showed you on one show it, but I got it after the snow melted. So we have it for next year's 14-inch storm. And but you got to get out. Okay, please go for a walk or do something. Have a good time. But you got to. You're walking every day, Lenny.
Yeah. It's a shame. We all live next to the beach, and we rarely go down. Remember, we went there last week.
Yeah, we went. We're going into the. Well, we went in.
We did go. We went to the cabana.
Yes, we went to the cabana, and then we were in the Caribbean.
Not yet. We haven't done the Caribbean yet.
Where was I?
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay, go ahead.
Anyway, so so you got to get out there. And I was going to say here, it's like when I lived in New York. I never went to the Empire State Building.
Oh,
never. Right? It was there.
Yeah.
And then went to Statue of Liberty. It's there.
Yes.
And the same thing with the beach. You talk about, I want to live at the beach, and then you live there, and then it said, all of a sudden you realize, I haven't been to the beach in 2 years.
Yeah, well, that's exactly right. We went to the beach.
So, I think you got to look at yourself and think about all the good things that are around you and get back out there and see them again.
Yes.
Because they change. They
Yeah.
change, The only reason first time I ever went to Empire State Building was when I was in sales in Manhattan, because I had to go in there because one of my customers was in there. But otherwise, it was there. I drove by it all the time going through Manhattan and stuff, but never thought of going there.
Yeah, it's like the ye old dollhouse.
Yeah. The old dollhouse.
Yeah, but anyway, that's the fun of doing this broadcast, because we discover things. We lived here a long time. We discovered things we didn't even know in town.
Right.
The beauty of this town is unbelievable. Okay, it would be nice if we had I think it would be really nice if we had a technical college here. Kind of a satellite from the
pushing for that.
From the Horry Georgetown Technical College. Over in our area here, they have one down in Myrtle Beach, one down in Georgetown.
Everybody send letters out there too.
Yeah, Market Common. It would be nice if we had one here too, because last time I inquired, they said, well, we didn't have enough population, and then I talked to some other people. They said the same thing. But I really think it'd be nice, because I talked to the kids and the younger people, and this is the one thing. We need continuing education too.
Yeah.
And especially about how to remember things.
We got another commercial coming.
We do?
Yeah.
Okay, we're lucky.
Okay, hang in, guys.
1, 2.
Roger, Bruce sent in this commercial. I have listened to it. I think so should you. Your time is coming soon.
It's 2 a.m. You're awake, staring at the ceiling, thinking about life, love, and where the heck you're gonna end up when it's over. Relax. At Peaceful Pines Prepaid Plots, we help you lock down your final resting position early.
I picked a shady spot, nice breeze, near my ex-wife.
Wait, why near your ex?
So I can keep ignoring her for eternity.
That's right, choose your plot now, because eternity is a long time to regret your neighbors.
Shoulda upgraded to the corner lot.
Prepaid plots mean no surprise costs later, no awkward family arguments, and no last-minute bargain shopping when you're, well, unavailable.
So this is the only piece of land you'll ever fully own?
Hey, at least I'll finally stay put.
Peaceful Pines Prepaid Plots. Secure your spot, pick your neighbors, and lie down with confidence when the time comes.
What about if I want to be on top?
No problem. We'll arrange to have a body flip. Peaceful Pines, because the only thing worse than dying is letting your kids pick your forever roommates.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're back.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
guys,
Lenny, something came up the other day. I just want to share with you. I was over at the grill,
right.
and by the way, we got to figure out another night that we're going to be at the grill. I don't know what Thursday night always seemed to be a slow night. I don't know. So
We'll figure it out.
yeah, we got to figure it out because we want the fans to come over and we hand out pens. We still have 3 or 4 dozen exploding pens left.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, I was over at the grill. I heard these people talking, and it's age appropriate, and where they're going to be buried, And I know I got a file with. In the old days, I think it used to be important for people not only to buy insurance policies, but they bought burial plots.
Right.
And so I got a whole bunch in a file down there, and I know my mother and father aren't buried in the same place because Mom didn't like my father's family, so she got a funeral in a Catholic cemetery because she had paid all her weekly fees and everything like that. She was an up-to-date Catholic, had never gone to church in 30 years. But anyway, I said to the guy, I said, "Excuse me," I said, "Did you just say columbarium?" I hadn't heard that word before. Right. And that's apparently where you put ashes in. Yeah, but it's church approved.
Right.
Okay. And anyway, and the other guy was talking about these columbariums that if you go into an enclosed area where the columbarium is, that it has like a little visual on it. It could talk to you. It's a little thing, a picture of the. No, I'm serious. Really? Yeah, serious. And you go in and the guy probably says, "Hi, John. Hi, and
good to see you.
Good to see you back." Yeah. I don't
back
know.
anytime.
Yeah. So I was talking to a couple of guys about this, and they think this is odd, but you can get exploding golf balls. You can have your ashes put in golf balls, and then they strike them. They go up in the air.
Oh wow! Like rockets in the
air. And they kind of.
And they just go with the wind.
Yeah. And one of my friends says, "Well, just hit me out over the marsh. I don't care. I don't believe that." But I thought it'd be a great way to raise money at a golf course is to have columbariums on different holes.
Yeah.
So if you had a favorite hole, like the challenging hole, the third hole at the golf course,
we could get the ashes, right? And we could put them in the balls. A dozen balls, one guy.
They have it already.
Yeah, so it's one guy, and you got a dozen balls.
Yes, they have it.
One of his leg goes over here. His arm is on the third hole.
Yeah, I looked it up. I thought they were kidding me. I looked it up, and you can get the golf ball. Yeah. You can have rings made. You can have earrings, whatever whatever you want. So I was really surprised. But seriously, I think that would be nice if you had a columbarium on the golf course.
Well, we could talk to him.
You know, instead of a bench,
Yeah.
you know, a columbarium, you know. So that would be quite a thing, you know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But you can picture everybody coming over this, and the whole first hole, the guy's trying to hit off, and everybody's, oh, this is his birthday, and I brought the family. We're going to say, you know, all our prayers for him. You know?
Yeah.
We want to wave, hi, Joe, how are you? Here's your new grandkid, your son you didn't meet.
Yeah, well, I think it's a great idea myself.
Grandson, meet your grandfather. Say, wave.
Yeah. And the hologram says,
hologram.
Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to.
Glad you're doing
That's
good. You're
sick.
looking great.
Lenny, I don't know where you get these ideas from. Okay, yes, yeah. So anyway, I see Angela over there. Wait, give me the old. Angela, you know, one of these days, you know, he's always saying something nasty about me at the end of the show.
I know.
Last time it was a $3 bill.
Yeah, you like that. I don't know how many people ever go to the end of the show, but that's the.
Yeah. No, one guy said he did. Okay. He said, I've never been in 14 episodes. I've never been able to get myself through your show. I said, that was a Christmas show. Come on over to the new episodes. And he says, no. He says, I just listened to the middle of the show. And but he said, I don't know how you put up with those insults from that guy, Angelo. All right. Bruce doesn't do that. So okay. I'm going to turn it back to you. And
I think, well, let's say we have something coming up. Okay.
Yes.
And it'll be up there in a few minutes. So we went to the Barefoot Breeze on Natural Resort.
We did,
and we had a nice day, and we taped it.
It wasn't nice for me. I was asked to leave.
Yeah, well, it was that hairy back of yours. They said if
no, it was my chest.
Your chest.
They'd never seen anything like it.
Okay. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, this is coming up. So stay tuned.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just cut this off. Okay. Just shut it down. Yep. You can stop it anytime you want.
Gentlemen, and I say this with reservations after viewing the tape. Here is your trip to the Caribbean.
We're on. Hello, everybody. We're here at Barefoot Breeze on Natural Resort and Spa. Right here on the ocean here in the Caribbean.
Lenny, hold on a second. I didn't know what you meant by au natural. My gosh, this is a shock to my eyes.
It's great. It's great. Look at them all dancing around there. They're having a party. Look at the volleyball.
A lot of people happy to see
around.
us.
I've never seen that much jumping around and
yeah.
Jello games.
Lenny, what's the? I like your hat. I like your hat.
Well,
what you got 2 hats?
Yeah.
Wow.
See, what happened was.
Yeah. What happened?
I'll tell you. My doctor says I'm bald now, so I have to have on my head. I can't let my head see the sun. So I have 2. One for Big Lenny and one for Little Lenny.
Very nice.
Thank you. So that's what we have to protect.
Yes.
But yeah, it's great.
I'm trying to decide that I like Big Lenny and Little Lenny. I don't know. Okay.
It's not for you to decide.
What about those ears? You got to cover those babies. Cover those babies up.
Anyway. Oh, look. Here comes somebody now. Hey, what's your name, hon?
Bo.
Bo?
Everyone calls me Bo.
Oh, Bo. I see you have...
Wow, everybody calls me Bo.
I can understand.
Yeah.
I see you have no tan lines. You must be a regular here.
I am every day.
Wow.
Sun up to sundown, baby.
What do you like about this place?
It's all natural.
Ah.
I love it. I love what you're not wearing.
Thank you.
Love your hat, too.
Like the hat. Okay. Still both hats?
Yes.
All right.
Who's this gentleman you have behind you?
This is, introduce yourself.
I'm a little nervous.
I'm Lenny D. This is Roger.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
We're the old farts.
Yeah.
Well, you don't look too old to me.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, well, I kind of feel kind of old. You know, I grew up in an innocent town. I didn't know what au natural meant, okay? If my wife sees me here today, she's going to really be upset with me, Lenny.
Yeah. I know. But tell me something. How come you got the shirt on and I ain't? Oh, the hairy chest. Oh my God! You scare everybody away. I can understand.
Oh, yeah.
She
Whoa,
loves a hairy
whoa.
chest.
Okay.
All right. I think we're gonna have to close this right now because it's getting dangerous. All right. We'll talk to you later. Have a great day, guys. Bye.
Thanks.
And we're back again here at the beautiful resort. You know, we're sponsored. This is a sponsor for us, and we want you all to try. Oh, look!
Look, we got a surfer girl.
Surfer girl's here.
Da 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 da.
Any tricks on the
Yeah,
surfboard?
you know.
You can stand on my head.
Oh no, no,
Teach
no!
you, teach you. Come on, let's go, Lenny D.
You can stand on your head too, Lenny. Show, take that hat off and show him. Oh, yeah, put it back on.
Some wax on that.
Okay, wax on.
Yeah, tell him the wax on.
All right. I think we got to another segment coming up.
Yeah.
All right. Bye bye. Nice meeting you. And we're back, and there's Roger. He's I'm when man. He's learning how to surf. So Julie, you're gonna show him this thing, huh?
Sure, Lenny.
All right.
But I don't know about him. He's
Well, he's having trouble getting up, but we can't take a picture of you because, again, we're not allowed to take a picture of Nick, and you'll be out there with him. But anyway, have a great day, guys, and we'll see you back at the studio. Thanks
Be
again
careful,
for watching.
Roger.
Old Farts and Tall Tales disclaimer. Roger and I are just two friends swapping stories. We're not doctors, lawyers, or professionals offering advice. Our opinions are ours, and when our guests join, their opinions are their own, not the show's. Fairden is our own fictitious town in South Carolina, and AI has been used in some of our skits and commercials. If you like what you're hearing, tap follow so you don't miss an episode, and share us with a friend who needs a smile today. Thanks for spending time with us on Old Farts and Tall Tales. Remember, none of this was professional advice, but if it made you laugh, think, or call your oldest friend, we've done our job. Stay curious, stay kind, and don't forget, growing old isn't for sissies, but it sure makes for a hell of a podcast. Say goodbye, Roger.
Lenny Roger was last seen running naked down the beach.